And for Bristol City, Charlotte Healy makes 2 changes to her last lineup in the league, the 11 that started the 4-0 win over Sheffield United 10 days ago. Defenders Camila Saez and Harley Bennett are both upgraded to a starting role for this one, and so to the bench go Gemma Cawley and Esther Morgan. Vicky Losada, Malaika Mina and Vera Jones are all on the bench, having been given starts in the FA Cup on Sunday. And for the away team, Joe Potter sees no reason to change a winning formula. A side who've won their last 4 now in all competitions. She did rotate for the FA Cup win at Lewis, but she fields the same 11 players that began the comfortable victory over Birmingham last time out. 3 former Bristol City players start for Palace: goalkeeper Shea Yanez, defender Jamie Lee Napier, and forward Elise Hughes. Final show of team unity. Today's visitors will be well aware of the threat Bristol City pose. Much of it coming from their number 10, Lexi Lloyd-Smith. Her 5 goals have her joint second in the WSL 2 scoring charts. And the third team this evening, presided over by Lisa Benn, our match official in the middle tonight. No shortage of familiar faces, and of the several players to switch between these 2 camps, Jamie Lee Napier did so most recently. The former Bristol City skipper left the Robins this summer for a move to South London. Final preparations done. Both sides set up well for this one. Back-to-back victories for 3rd place Bristol City. Crystal Palace haven't lost a game in 5.5 weeks. They have the chance to make it 5 straight wins in all competitions tonight. Following their FA Cup victory at Lewis, they sit 6th in the table. Their hosts, well, they need little reminder of what the permutations are this evening. Avoid defeat and they will go 2nd behind only unbeaten Charlton. And I'm your commentator, Cameron Pope. And Crystal Palace broke their duck at home last time out. Had to wait until this month for their first league win on their own patch. Sealed it in style, 3-0 against Birmingham. And victory 2 in the FA Cup, less stylish by a 1-0 at Lewis. They all matter the same though. Here's Silla Struck and Mary Ward, moving that one quickly and effectively with Marine Dafur. Rio Hardy had a head up early, and a very early chance put wide by Maria Farrugia. Barely a minute on the clock and Bristol City could have been in the lead already. Farrugia's got 4 goals this season, most recent of which come in this weekend in the FA Cup, and she'll have fancied herself there. Early warning shot fired. Still one you'd file in the category of possible goal rather than probable. Even so, an early tester there for the goalkeeper Shea Yanez. Eyes up for Bristol City tonight. All out for a positive result that will give them that boost ahead of the weekend, and then it's up to the rest of the teams around them to respond. A point will do. It will be much more helpful for them being a win, though, in that it has the double effect of forcing Birmingham to respond and Charlton to glance over their shoulders from the summit. No lead is big enough at this stage of the season. Throw-in to be taken by Alison Syme. And of course, a big night for the managers as well. Joe Potter hired this summer after back-to-back cup doubles with Rangers. Will there be league glory this time around? First touches for Fran Bentley. There's Harley Bennett. And Silla struck again. And Fran Bentley hardly a surprise in the lineup, the undisputed number 1. She's given that away though. Annabelle Blanchard fancied a go at it, as will Kirsty Howat here. Home side looking dangerous again for Ruja. Ball was behind Emily Syme. Second one wasn't though. Attacking well here with Mari Ward. And the goalkeeper had to get down and just make sure that that was going to evade the red shirts in the middle. Mari Ward seeing plenty of football of late, the teenager. One of Bristol City's FA Cup goal scorers. Just a fraction ahead of Rio Hardy. Well, as Charlotte Healy said, there is always pressure, no matter whether you've got the chance to go second or whether it's a run-of-the-mill league game. And for the side who doesn't capitalise on going first in this round of games, they'll have to wait agonisingly into the weekend to see where they end up. Charlton leading the way after 10 games. They host Nottingham Forest on the weekend, who themselves are hoping to hold themselves up the division. Sat in between these two teams. Birmingham, Newcastle, all looking threatening as well. Clean sheet for Cheyenne on Sunday in the FA Cup. And she's got her familiar defence in front of her. Here's Amy Everett. And Swaby. Silla Struck trying to win that back, and in her efforts, she's conceded a free kick. Forward by Everett, the captain. Offside flag was up. Might have been for the initial ball for Elise Hughes. And Imogen Gates, the assistant referee, with the flag early. There'll be much excitement in the Crystal Palace camp. The away side tonight drawn to Chelsea in round 4 of the FA Cup, their award for beating Lewis. That to go with the game against Arsenal coming up just before Christmas in the Subway Women's League Cup. Fighting on 3 fronts. And Bristol City too have got a big chance to make it through in the FA Cup. All second-tier affair It's Southampton for them. Here's Syme. Looking threatening again here. It's Farrugia once more. Molly May Sharp is trying to shepherd her away from the attacking third. There's Miyakato. Napier's throw had distance on it and accuracy. Second ball comfortably though. Was away by Sophie Ingle. Here's Ashley Veerden. Exciting to watch with the ball, but she was well marked there by Ward. Well, the fact that there are 2 automatic spots for promotion at the end of this WSL 2 campaign make it all the more exciting, having all these teams clustered at the top ends of the table. Third team will go to a playoff as well against the lowest ranking WSL side as the top tier expands. Charlotte Healy will hope her side are in it. If the season had ended after the last round of games, they'd be in that playoff. Forward by Struck. She'll try a second time. Heavy touch it was from Marine Daffur. The referee was at close quarters to award the free kick to Kirsty Howat. And a warning word in the ear of Daffur. Well, a touch let her down, and then she was always stretching there, the Algeria international. Here's Everett. Hughes doing well to take that away from Harley Bennett, and there are options in the middle here for Crystal Palace. One of them is Veerden. Had Blanchard in the middle. It's coming down with snow on it, and Blanchard was going for it. The block was in, and the whistle had already gone. Testing times. Bristol Palace announcing themselves in the front area for the first time. Elise Hughes getting involved. Veerden's ball in. Seemed to hang in the air for an age. And that must be the free kick reason there. Farrugia sent down to ground. And a rather simple award in the end for the referee. Howat's having a go. Simple stuff for the goalkeeper. Bentley a long time serving. Never present in the title-winning season as they reached the WSL in 2023, Bristol City. And both of these teams have tasted top-flight action. Crystal Palace were there last season. Lloyd Smith can't get away. Had to enlist the services of Syme, who was looking for Hardy. Here's Sinead Hopcroft. And getting the first goal, it's always important on the road, but even more important tonight for Crystal Palace, given the way that Bristol City have been scoring on this ground. 11 goals in the last 2 at Ashton Gate without conceding. Put them behind though, it might be a different story. That theory's not been tested in recent weeks. 7-0 scoreline they won by against Ipswich, the bottom side, having been promoted from the 3rd tier at the end of last season. And Sheffield United were also brushed aside by 4-0 as Hopcroft goes in and wins it. Too much of a stretch for Hughes though. Syme saw that the ball back to the goalkeeper was covered there by Howat. And you get the sense these two teams are still testing each other out. Here's Sturck. It's gone out, and despite the best efforts of Ward, that was always going to be a throw. Safety first, no chances taken by Syme. And here's Everett. Saw a long ball opportunity, sharp beaten to it by Syme. It's going to be a Palace ball. Miller Syme, the West Ham loanee. A lot of the action's come down her flank so far. She's had a lot of defending to do, the Chilean. Hopcroft helping it forward, and Blanchard is going to chase, but in vain. And if they can get her into play, Crystal Palace, they might just start ticking. Looking for a 3rd goal in 3, Annabelle Blanchard. Hopcroft going forward and going too long with the ball. Veerden. Foot in was timely from Ward. Blanchard doubled up on that time. And after that opening threat we saw from the home side in first minute of the game, they're waiting for another chance. Hardy putting the pressure on Yanez. It's gone all the way through, hasn't it? Veerden, there's a chance here. Going for goal and missing the target. And look at Kirsty Howat in the middle. She wanted that ball to feet. Ashley Veerden decided to go it alone. And it remains goalless at Ashton Gate. Howat, and blocked by Struck. That's going to be a corner. All of a sudden, Crystal Palace have awoken. Chance for Kirsty Howat. 5 goals this season. She's started every league game. She's one of 2 candidates that Joe Potter will be hoping this ball falls to. And the other being Elise Hughes. Verdon to take it. Congested 6-yard box awaiting. And that misses everybody. Here come the hosts with Hardy. Forced off the ball well. It was a physical challenge by Molly May-Sharp. She and Ashley Verdon have switched flanks momentarily. There's Hughes. Syme. Turned into trouble there, Hopcroft, and was found out for it. Syme. Nobody's rushing here. And that always looked likely to be a free kick. Dismissive arm wave by Syme. And whether it was for the initial foul or for the reaction, I don't know, but either way, it is a yellow card. So a chance for Bristol City that comes after Crystal Palace's best period of this game so far. Blanchard is being set in the wall. And those behind her have got another job to do. Any red shirt will do. And they have to make sure they stay on side. Poor delivery in the end. And that plays right into Crystal Palace's hands. Didn't get that right, Emily Syme. Was sent off late on in the last WSL 2 game. She served that ban in the FA Cup. Is Struck. And Harley Bennett. Now Ward. Crystal Palace doing a good job of closing off the passing lanes as that one got a bit too close for comfort. Moves so well with the ball at her feet, Howat. Everett sensing the oncoming Hardy, not taking chances. Here's Syme. And again, Howat. Pushed all the way by Struck. And a free kick looked likely. Result for the day. Napier forward and too far forward. Straight over the head of Sharp. Everett's got the whole game in front of her. Now Syme. Carter managed to pick a good ball with red shirts all around it. Was aware of the danger again, that time exhibited by Lloyd Smith. Here's Veerden. Oh, a brilliant ball. Veerden's cross, and a goal. And Crystal Palace have the lead. Elise Hughes it is. And a well-worked move gets the finish it deserves. Advantage the visitors at Ashton Gate. Elise Hughes with a second WSL 2 goal of the season, but it was all started and signed and sealed by this cross from Ashley Veerden. Couldn't have serviced her teammate any better, and then credit for Hughes for putting that ball away. Back in February from a second ACL injury and nearly a year out of the game, Elise Hughes, she just hit scoring form for her club and for Wales. And the free-flowing football of Crystal Palace, so the ball landed at her door, and it's a lead for the away side. And Bristol City in an unusual position in that they are losing at home. And how will they go about responding then? Well, opposing boss Charlotte Healy said that Jo Potter is putting her mark on her side now. The words were in pre-match parlance. We're seeing far more of a Jo Potter team in Crystal Palace. Those 4 wins in a row stacked up coming into this game. And that's a big step towards a 5th as Napier put her head in low there against a raised boot of Lexi Lloyd-Smith. She is the player that Palace need to keep quiet most of all. Blanchard holding it up well and trying to release the dangerous Veerden. Kirsty Howat's in the middle. Hughes is joining again. Chances and over here, Mercato. Still not dead. Back in by Veerden, and well, that one was taken away by the wind, if we're going to be kind to it. Elements against it. The cross for the goal was inch perfect, that was all wrong. And we're seeing this more and more. Teams insisting on playing out from the goalkeeper's ball. Have to get it right though in the defensive third, and that's been picked off again. Bennett was quickly there to cover for the loss of possession by Mari Ward. Hardy. And down courtesy of Sinead Hopcroft. She's got a race to get back into position here. Syme, Ward now. Well played by Syme, who's going to have to be careful for the remainder of the night with that yellow card she's got. Even enough game that's been split by one good chance. And Charlotte Healy said she wants to make her opponents defend for as much of tonight as possible. because that's what they can do on the attack. Syme getting away from Kato, put the ball into the channel for Farrugia, and it took the very best of Amy Everett to get it away. Sharp thought she was blocked off by Syme. Referee was having none of that. Lloyd Smith and Farrugia combining. She'll have it back from Defer. Lexi Lloyd Smith into a good area, and away by Everett again. Much more like it from Bristol City. This is Syme. Looking far more accomplished now. Ward collecting. In from Ingle. Farrugia might get there. She's being tracked by Sharp. It's Syme. Farrugia taking it well on the shoulder there, and Ingle helping it on. And Syme. And the deflection took the sting out of it for Shayanez in goal. And after a period of sustained pressure against her side. The American in goal, not troubled too much so far. Born Georgia, grew up Pennsylvania. Played in the same college football program at Tennessee Volunteers as Manchester City's Bunny Shaw. Shayanez. Howat winning the game and winning the shot count, Crystal Palace. Ward. Swaby closed down. Here's Syme trying to get away from Swaby. Good ball as well. Farrugia might have been underneath it. Ingle as well. Almost got it back from Lloyd Smith. It was almost too cute, the play. But they have to be happy, Bristol City, with the way they have responded to that Elise Hughes goal. And still time enough in this first half to get this game levelled again. One winning run has to go. Elise Hughes is peeling herself above the canvas after a heavy knock. Rio Hardy was being warned there by Lisa Ben to stand the required distance. No required distance now against Everett. And forced the mistake. Ingle's ball was not directly to a Bristol City player, but it gave Syme something to chase. Duffer and this is Syme. Bennett. Struck going direct. Syme. And Ward. This is Blanchard. Hughes tracked and beaten by Struck. Howat's still going to try a look here and got a touch on it. Well, you can never be too careful with those, especially when Kirsty Howat's running you down like that. If this scoreline goes to 2, it'll be a comfortable hold on the game for Crystal Palace and an important time. Here's Verdon. Blanchard! Hughes is in there again, looking for a second. Danger for Bristol City. Can they counter it now? Syme. And Blanchard trying to get across to her. Forced the mistake as well. Hopcroft. And Verdon. So much coming down this flank now. Just too high. Molly May Sharp it was arriving. Bristol City at this rate will be happy to get to the break at just 1-0 down. Here's Farrugia. Ingle. And Defoe. Blanchard is cruising forward through the middle. I thought Sharp might be looking for it. In the end, it's a little more conservative. Verdon. Hughes has found Howat. Shouts of handball there from Elise Hughes, and referee uninterested. Well, she was player of the season last term in Palace's short stay in the top flight. Ashley Verdon, it's not hard to see why. Playing in crosses like that for her teammates to attack, so much has come from her and through her. Tangle, referee siding with the home side. Yellow card is out as well. Yellow card's gone to Kirsty Howat. And now, defending to do after a first half that has overwhelmingly favoured the away side. For Bristol City, a chance to restore some parity. You'd have to say against the run of play. Hardy was underneath it. Syme. Going for the 1-2. In from Ward, over the head of Lloyd Smith. Defoe! Oh, it would have been something special. Marine Defoe going for goal. In the end, it was a routine catch for Yanez. It's confirmation there of that yellow card for Kirsty Howat. This one has been it's been physical at times. Steadily more on each game as we near the end of the season. Feels strange to be in 2025 and still talking about something that's going to end in 2026, but this will take us to halfway. And how much does the table really change? The scope to move as Ingle is crunched there by Alison Swaby. He's on a yellow card, remember. And Sophie Ingle, Wales legend, looks to be okay. The player who's done nearly everything in the game. Euros this summer, former Olympian. 5 WSL titles, some CV. Real coup for Bristol City to pick up Sophie Ingle this summer. And she's just one of the options clustered on the edge of the Palace penalty area. Optimal time to score. Here's Hopcroft and released sharp. Well, won back by Defoe. Palace wanting a free kick. Here is Marine Defoe again. Defoe. Lloyd-Smith. It's got the makings of a good ball, that. Syme was the target. Swaby underneath it. Veered and unable to clear, but that'll do in the circumstances. Her defensive teammates split there by one ball down the park. Lloyd-Smith and Defoe. Baru just getting into space ahead of Syme here. Lexi Lloyd-Smith couldn't control, it's away by Napier. Still attacking, still pressing, Bristol City. Lloyd-Smith. We'll have it back as well. Foul in the corner. And again, an opportunity then for the home side to cause problems, which are starting to mount up ever so slightly against the side leading this game. They've scored 11 goals, Bristol City, on this ground in the last 2 games, without letting one in. You would back them to score at some point. And Crystal Palace have got to hope they're out of sight by then. This is a dominant attacking team. And can they bring themselves back to equilibrium before half-time? Oh, brilliant save. And away by Hughes. And now they're shouting for a penalty. And the complaints begin from Crystal Palace. The high fives and the handshakes for Bristol City. And surrounding Lisa Bent, the disgruntled defenders, the penalty has been signalled. And from joy to despair, in a moment, for Crystal Palace. Hughes with the initial save. It was a fizzer of a ball from Syme. Got a brilliant touch from the goalkeeper, and then Hughes trying to clear it straight into the arm. Kirsty Howat disappointed. Didn't look like she can have any complaints, really. And Bristol City, in the final minute of first half normal time, have got an excellent chance of levelling this game. Now here comes Rio Hardy. And their teammates there. England Lloyd Smith did a good job of acting as decoys. And they did lose a penalty shootout, Bristol City, in the Subway Women's League Cup at Birmingham in September. Hughes has got to try and channel that energy. Five goals this season for Rio Hardy. And we're level. Excellent penalty from Rio Hardy. Out of the reach of the goalkeeper. And Rio Hardy has 6 goals for the WSL 2 campaign. That takes her joint top of the goal scoring standings. And crucially, it gets her side back on level terms right before half-time. And so the two players central to that particular story, Howat and Hardy. As we near the end of 1 minute added on, I'm sure we'll go beyond it now. Ingle with a foot in. 1 minute is long enough to get another goal. Stripped quickly across, and what an end to the half. Well, that's it. There will be no additional time after additional time. And what an end to the first half for Bristol City. Behind after 25 minutes, a header from Elise Hughes after a brilliant Ashley Verdon cross. And it looked as if the visitors were going in ahead at the break, having won their previous 4 games. But no, back into an even contest. Referee pointing to the penalty spot after the clearance from Hughes. Looked to cannon into the arm of Kirsty Howat. And Rio Hardy was there to sink the penalty. A big decision to make right at the end of the half. And the first half ends all square in the end. No leader at Ashton Gate. It is Bristol City 1, Crystal Palace 1. It's a cold one. And the winter wind being felt by Bristol City. But that late equaliser will have warmed a few hearts in the home sections of Ashton Gate. Rio Hardy with goal 6 of the season. That puts her joint first in the top scorer standings, along with Beth Heppel of Durham and Emily Scarr of Sunderland. And there are 45 minutes in which she will be looking to extend that tally. And for her side to find the lead. They were out of it at times in that first half. So for Crystal Palace, the important thing now is to pick up the pieces. Looked as if they were trotting into the sheds at 1-0 up, only to be undone by what can be described as a freak occurrence. I think it's fair to say the clearance after a brilliant save from Hughes, striking Kirsty Howat on the arm, and it did look to be the arm. Protestations were heavy. Penalty given, and the game levelled. And so Bristol City trying to improve themselves from 3rd in the table. The draw will be enough to take them into 2nd. Started the night 5 points off top spot. And the rest of the teams will be playing catch-up on the weekend. As for their visitors, they know that if they can win by 2 goals or more, they will go up to 4th, 5th. If they pick up 3 points by a single goal, if they're level, well, that wasn't part of the plan. No changes, by the way, at half-time for these sides. Palace had gone with an unchanged team from the side that drubbed Birmingham by 3 unanswered goals. Oh, an issue here. That might just be a touch of cramp. Napier is going to be off support to Lexi Lloyd-Smith. Maybe not cramp there, maybe it is a knock. She's trying to run it off. Scored in the rout of Sheffield United 10 days ago. Goals in back-to-back games in November. 6 of them this season for Lexi Lloyd-Smith. Ingle away. Ward helping it on into the path of Syme, stopped by Hopcroft. Hughes thinking quickly, and Howat, and closed down equally quickly by Harley Bennett. Short ball didn't find its way to Farrugia. Palace have Napier to thank for that. Syme. And forward by Bennett. Here's Swaby. Everett. Looking for Veerden. So much came from her boots in the first half. Much of it dangerous. Blanchard, she can also be dangerous. Ingle trying to shepherd that one, and that's experience telling. Charlotte Healy said before the game that Bristol City love playing at Ashton Gate. Back-to-back home wins on 2 different grounds coming into this one. Went to the Robbins High Performance Centre for the FA Cup victory over Portsmouth on Sunday. Back at their spiritual home. And recovered from going behind midway through that first half, but there is danger again here. Blanchard's ball, a good one. And Sharp now. Howat didn't get a shot away. Second time she might. Oh, it's in. Kirsty Howat with the goal. And the player at the centre of the penalty fracas at the end of the first half restores Crystal Palace's lead at the start of the second. A 6th goal in all competitions this season for Howat. Bit of help from the deflection. That won't matter one bit to Crystal Palace. They lead by 2 goals to 1. And so back into the lead again, and it's Bristol City's job to respond with Lloyd-Smith. Ward. Fist in, oh, brilliant! Syme with the goal and we're level again! And the lead lasted merely moments. Emily Syme brings Bristol City back into the game again at 2-2. And what a hit it was. Nobody's contributed more assists in WSL 2 than Emily Syme. But this was a goal of her own creation. And a little too eager to get things underway there, Crystal Palace. Verdon, and who knows which way this goal will go. Flags up. Syme and Bennett. Away by Everett. Physical game from the off this one. Forward by Syme. Well, we said there were going to be goals in this one. There's going to be changes in this one very shortly. First changes to come from the away bench. Oh, a chance here. If Howat can get her feet sorted, and she appeals to the referee, with Blanchard arriving as well. And after that goal frenzy at the start of the half, we've had a lull again. This shot. Oh, given away. Napier it was with the loose pass. Syme. There's Farrugia. Back in by Syme. Ingle went up for the header but lost out to Hughes. This is Bennett. And Struck. The referee's given the free kick. No discernible advantage there for Bristol City. Complaints from Sinead Hopcroft. So what can Sophie Ingle do here, if it is indeed going to be Sophie Ingle? Seems she's decided her talents are better used further up the field. Bristol City looking to take the lead for the first time in this game. Syme take it. Oh, good ball as well. Kept alive by Hardy. Napier's trying to play out of a difficult spot. And Bristol City thought they'd done enough to win that ball. Well, change to be made. And it's going to be Abby Larkin, young winger. Ireland international, thrown on at the break in the weekend, and on just after this time. And going the other way, one of the goal scorers in Kirsty Howat. Ingle. Syme's ball, a good one. Hardy. And just enough pressure to put her off there. This is Hughes now. This game feels, not just in terms of the scoreline, but in terms of momentum, dead even. Each side the perfect counterbalance to the other. Hardy away. Here comes Lloyd Smith, and has support as well. Keen to do it herself for the moment. Lexi Lloyd Smith. Wasn't a bad ball either. And Everett putting her foot through it. It's only found Ingle. And that header just evaded the path of Syme. Had a won by Sharp, but went in the wrong direction, if anything. The win's a challenge on Farrugia. Ingle getting involved. Ball was already moved away from her in the direction of Hopcroft and Blanchard. That's a ball for Larkin to chase. And she'll get her first touches here, Abby Larkin. Entered into a confrontation. And in the end, the defender was always going to be favourite there. Syme. Here's Ingle, and well, this is developing nicely. Farrugia found herself surrounded, but wins the free kick. Syme. Farrugia chasing. Wasn't going to get to the ball, and then takes Jamie Lee Napier down with her. And gets an earful because of it. said her side were excellent against Birmingham, Joe Potter. What adjective she'll use to describe tonight? I'd say exciting. Less important to a manager, though, than a spectator or indeed a commentator. The excitement factor. It's all about the wins in a results-driven business. If you had to discern which team a draw benefits the most, you'd probably have to say Newcastle or Nottingham Forest. Maybe Birmingham or Charlton, not these two. Lloyd Smith is getting very physical now. Syme enlisting the help of Ward. And Syme. Swaby forward, Veerden. Here's Farrugia. End-to-end stuff. Opportunity here, Larkin against Bentley, and Bentley saves. Naby Larkin denied. She was brought on off the bench with this kind of chance in mind, and Fran Bentley got down well. And we're still level in this game. After frenetic activity at the start of the half, it remains 2 goals apiece. Well, we've seen what a sub can do.
Bristol City leaving the field, number 19,
And there are going to be some subs now for the home side. Maria Farrugia been summoned, and Vera Jones, the 17-year-old Chelsea loanee, comes on. Similar role, will play in the attacking line. And can Palace find their way again? Punched by Bentley. Led twice in this match so far, Crystal Palace hauled back both times. Blanchard. Confirmation of the substitute. And the first of the night for the home team. And down went Hardy. Shouts from both teams, and a goal kick is all that is given. Napier told to wait and get the right mark this time. Some housekeeping to do as well, because in the fracas of that busy couple of minutes, yellow card was shown to Mi Kato of Crystal Palace for foul. Free kick taken quickly as Bristol City tried to find the lead for the first time in this game. So Kato becomes the second Palace recipient of a yellow card, along with Alison Swaby from the first half. Molly May Sharp with the throw towards Blanchard. There was no way through for Mi Kato. It's promising though from Crystal Palace. Good form on the road. They've won their last 3 away games. Victories in the WSL 2, in the Subway Women's League Cup and the FA Cup. Hardy was down, didn't have a chance to get away. The yellow card is going to come out again here. Complaints from Molly May Sharp. And the booking has gone to another member of the Crystal Palace back line. Jamie Lee Napier against her former club, the latest recipient. Advocated for by a teammate, it rarely makes any difference. All the while, Bristol City the threat that never goes away with Hardy and Ingle. This is Jones now down. No free kick though, she pleads to Lisa Ben. Larkin. This game is getting more physical by the minute. Well, changes can change a game, and Abby Larkin very nearly did change this game. Set away, just the goalkeeper to beat. It was a good stop by Bentley, getting down low to it. We enter the final 20 minutes, and this game is fully in the balance as Ingle battles. Carter. No one deflected wildly, they can go anywhere, those kinds of balls. And she's feeling the effects of that one, Carter. We've got a slight delay because Scylla Struck had to tie her shoelace. We can now continue. Syme. What a run this is. Lloyd Smith. Looked like she was shaping for a shot, couldn't get one away. Chance stifle. And she's taken Molly May Sharp out of the equation that time. Just over the head of Rio Hardy. Looking more and more threatening, Bristol City. Looking like a side who could well find a lead in this game. Something they've not had tonight. Lloyd Smith. The block was well timed by Everett. Blanchard's footing, away by Hopcroft. Ward. Easy pick up for Defer. Marine Defer again. Vera Jones. Lloyd Smith. Rode the first challenge, second was too much. And a comfortable stop down low from the shot from Defer. One chance could be decisive. Larkin chasing this one down. Oh, and it's a goal! Abby Larkin off the bench. And Crystal Palace lead for a third time in this game. What turn, what twist will we have next? And is this the time that Crystal Palace's advantage holds? I think she's hurt herself, Abby Larkin. But I'm sure the tonic will be the fact that she's given her side the lead once more. Bentley had a hand on it and she'll be disappointed the goalkeeper she couldn't keep that one out. But Larkin, audacious enough to try the lob. And she's got her side a goal from it. 4 goals this season now in league play. And near ever present last season in the WSL. And became the Republic of Ireland's youngest ever player in a World Cup in 2023, male or female, the double in it. And for her club, she might just have been the missing link off the substitutes bench. What a game this has turned out to be. And Bristol City have got to find it within themselves to get back into the game for a third time. Lloyd Smith. Oh, that's an excellent save. And Napier taking a moment against Ingle to try and get that clear. What a stop. Oh, so near to another equaliser in double quick time. And actually, Lloyd Smith can't believe it. And well, Shea Yanez is hurt. And she put everything into stopping that ball crossing her line. She needed a bit of help from the frame of her goal as well, but now she's struggling, the American. And this could be a big issue. And a bigger issue would have been pegged back from a lead for a third time in the game. Fabulous stop to make sure they weren't. Well, this will be a worry. She's played every game in WSL 2 this season, Yanez. And clean sheet in the FA Cup on Sunday. Brief information exchange for her teammates who are able. Now on the bench, it's Amelia Brown, who has only been included in the matchday squad for the first couple of times over the last few weeks. Instructions passed on by Charlotte Healy. Now they have to believe that they can this time hold on. She's going to try and carry on, Yanez. Lloyd-Smith forward. Hardy using Jones. Foot in was from Napier. Now Sharp trying to challenge, and Vera Jones down to ground, and again no free kick because Blanchard gets it clear. And look at Larkin. She's got pace from a standing start. Stroop. Hardy's calling forward in the middle, and the goalkeeper had to watch that there. Yanez making doubly sure that that ball wasn't going to trouble her goal. Excellent little drop of the shoulder. Lloyd-Smith forcing the very best out of Yanez. She would be the most likely candidate. We've got a momentary stoppage here. Silla Stroop has gone down. Only returned as a starter the last couple of games after sitting out the previous two. Third season in Bristol City colours. Arrived after a spell in Spain. But she's struggling here. And here's her night. It's going to come to a slightly premature end. Changes being prepared. Mickey Losada is stripped and ready. You can also see Olivia Johnson prepared.
Replacement for Bristol City, leaving the field, number 5,
Sophie Ingles also being brought up.
Replaced by number 8, Mickey Losada.
Emily Syme's come over for a debrief, it looks like. So Ingloff, Losada has gone on in her place. That should be like for like in midfield. Champions League winner with Barcelona. Few can boast more experience than both of those players. Played against each other in that final. Ingle for Chelsea. And Gemma Lawley will be the next to cross the white line. And this will be for Silla Stroop, who is able to walk off unaided, and that will be a good sign. So change is made, the hand forced, no doubt, by the injury. It's gone for a corner. Maureen Defer was keen to complain about it. It looked like it came off her last. And this for some breathing space. For the first time in this game, it would be the crowded house in front of Bentley. Will the goalkeeper see any of this? Well, she did get a comfortable hold on it from Verdon's shot in the end. Here's Bennett. And Bristol City need to get the ball down the other end of the field. Syme. Lloyd-Smith. Hardy's making a run for the centre. There are other reinforcements. The return ball was poor and Sharp was able to get there, taken back by Lasada. Lloyd-Smith. Defer. That's a good ball. Lexi Lloyd-Smith trying to get the cross in. Got the better of Molly May Sharp. And there might be a finish at the end of this, and it's wide. Corner. And they're fancying a third equaliser at a home side. Look, a renewed team with the entry of Vicky Lasada. This for 3-all. Over the head of Lawley, the last player. Bennett. And Ward. Syme. And couldn't pick out Syme. Goalkeeper gathering. And looks to be okay as well, Yanez, after that knock she had earlier. Into the final 5 minutes. Finally poised. Crystal Palace know that a second goal as well. A gap of 2 goals will see them rise not just to 5th but to 4th. 1 goal difference ahead of Newcastle. They'll go ahead of Nottingham Forest come what may if they pick up 3 points. All the other 10 teams will play in Sunday's 5 games. This for Bristol City, the last game of 2025. They pick up again away at Nottingham Forest on January the 11th. And as for Crystal Palace, their final game of the year comes against Arsenal on Sunday in the Subway Women's League Cup quarter-final. Free kick here in a good area. It's going to be Verdon or Blanchard. And is it going to be 4-2? A lot of distance to goal. It is Blanchard. Goalkeeper punching rather than catching. Defer away. Ward. Bristol City fans wanted a quick release. Lexi Lloyd-Smith, their favoured candidate. What was always close to the goalkeeper, and no surprises that Yanez was there to gather. Sharp. Again looking for Larkin. How good she's been since coming on. A goal to her name. Now making trouble for Syme. Jones. Supported by Defer, and in turn, Mary Ward. And Bristol City are just finding areas, finding gaps in the defence that they're able to exploit. And Verdon has lost that to Mary Ward. And the free kick given eventually. Here comes Lasada. Danger here for Crystal Palace. And wide from the head of Lexi Lloyd-Smith. And it was very close to levelling this game once again. And that is her final chance to score in this game, Lexi Lloyd-Smith. And so Bristol City's top scorer removed, and Olivia Johnson, who was ready to come on earlier in the game, now does get a run out, the Brighton loanee. Teenage striker. Scored in the Subway Women's League Cup this season, but yet to score in WSL 2 action. Well, it's due to be a healthy portion of added time. 7 minutes. More than enough time for a goal. Time for several. Hopcroft going for the corner. She's got 7 minutes of added time to try and get through. In fact, she started well, but quickly lost control, Sinead Hopcroft. Cleared by Bennett. Home side trying to, and fans rather, trying to rouse their side. Hardy providing for Olivia Johnson. Wants it again. Physical tackle to stop her, and it's left his mark as well. Olivia Johnson not moving freely. She's given a yellow card, having only just come on the field. And Hopcroft is back on her feet. Fifth yellow card in this game. Punches have not been pulled. And a game that I would say has been thoroughly entertaining. Very hard to make a case against that. Will it be a fifth win in succession for Crystal Palace in all competitions? Well, the odd goal in 5. Bennett clear. Hughes closed down, Hopcroft helping out. If Palace can keep the ball, well, that's one route to victory, as Sharp is the latest to chase. So he's checking behind it. Desperately trying to get up the field, Losada. Here's Blanchard. Had to do it all on her own there. Bristol City going long. Johnson giving chase. Away by Napier, and Everett's got to do the same. Sam's found Ward. It's Emily Syme. Losada. Hardy went down. Mickey Losada again. Danger still not over for Crystal Palace. Johnson. And cleared by Everett. And still there's time, and still Bristol City go searching. At this stage, they are passing up the opportunity to go second in the table, at least until the weekend fixtures. An opportunity slipping away. Mari Ward. Out of Verdon, was it? Goal kick the call. And Bristol City can't believe it. Sharp's throw. Crystal Palace getting nearer. And they're in no hurry to get the game started again. Molly May Sharp reminded, I imagine, of her timekeeping responsibilities. Oh, poor ball, straight at Hopcroft. This time she won't make a beeline for the penalty area, not immediately. Larkin. That's going to be another Crystal Palace ball. Time running out for Bristol City. Responded twice in this game. There's a third asking too much of them. As Crystal Palace seem to go from strength to strength in WSL 2. Here's Blanchard. And Blanchard, straight at the keeper. Now or never for Bristol City. Soon minutes will become seconds. Forward by Ward. Dafoe trying to help it on. Any stoppage, any free kick now, it's just going to help Crystal Palace, and Blanchard has won a free kick at a brilliant time. And she's been reminded of that by her teammates. And you get the feeling it's just not going to be Bristol City's night. Dafoe away. hoping for one last chance. Time against them, and Johnson's lost that. It is going to be a home throw. Palace asking the question. Has to go forward. That'll be it. 5 wins in succession in all competitions for Crystal Palace. Winners by the odd goal in 5, and that deciding goal came from substitute Abby Larkin to give victory to Joe Potter's team. And it's getting tighter and tighter at the top end of WSL 2. Scoring was started by Elise Hughes in the first half, and what seemed to be a routine wrap-up of proceedings after 45 minutes was scuppered by the penalty being sunk by Rio Hardy after Kirsty Howat was adjudged to have handled inside her own penalty area. She would put the away side back into the lead early in the second half before Syme levelled us up a minute later. But it was all about Larkin then to wrap up with a lob to seal 3 points and to deprive Bristol City of the opportunity to go second in the table. Ashley Verdon at the centre of so much for the away side. No goal for her, but her cross was excellent for the opener, and it set Crystal Palace off to a flyer. A brilliant game, and it ends Bristol City 2, Crystal Palace 3. So a final show of unity for Bristol City, who worked doggedly to try and get themselves back into that game for a third time. The important numbers are the 2 and the 3. The rest of them, well, they paint a side picture to a brilliantly enthralling game. Beyond the numbers, it was end-to-end football, it was pulsating, it was frenetic, and it was physical too. No shortage of hard-hitting challenges, and no shortage of goals either. Crystal Palace were never behind, and so it seems fair that they are the side to come away with 3 points. They look revitalised on this run they're on since mid-November. Now 5 wins in a row, 3 of them in WSL 2, as they start to pick themselves up from the depths. They've got big hitters to come in both the Subway Women's League Cup and in the FA Cup. Their year hasn't ended. They have got Arsenal coming up on Sunday as the rest of the league are in action. A brilliant game it was, and what a way to start the 11th match day of WSL 2, because we are, for these two teams, at the halfway stage. We have more action coming up on Sunday. Sheffield United against Southampton in the earlier game. All eyes will be on Charlton, the leaders. 5-point advantage that stays at 5 points after Bristol City's failure to pick up any points tonight. They're facing a Nottingham Forest side. They're only 3 points off second place coming into tonight, and they'll be delighted with the fact that Bristol City have been stopped by Palace, although they have been leapfrogged themselves. The bottom 2 also clashing. Sunderland hosting Ipswich. Just 3 wins between those two, trying to avoid coming in that all-important last spot. So let's have a look then at what that does for the table. Charlton, as we know, top of the pile, 5 points clear of Birmingham City and now Bristol City, who have played a game more. Crystal Palace started in 6th position. They move ahead of Nottingham Forest. It's not enough to take them past Newcastle United. They would have needed to win by 2 clear goals for that one. And of course, this could look very different come tea time on Sunday as the rest of the division catches up. Ipswich cannot get themselves out of the bottom spot when they take on second bottom Sunderland, but they can cut that gap. And will the bottom of the table be as tight as the race at the moment for second, unless Charlton can be hauled back in. It's 12-team league, always exciting. And the gap between the top and the bottom is never that large, really, is it? Table started to crystallise after a few games, and we've seen Birmingham City and the likes of Nottingham Forest and Newcastle all threatened, but it's Charlton who have avoided defeat so far, who stand tall at the top of the table, so it is theirs to lose at the moment. 2 direct spots for promotion. The third will go to playoffs, so that will be Bristol City at the moment. Newcastle, who travel away to struggling Portsmouth, will try and catch up with them. And Birmingham City will look to peel away once more as well after their reprieve this season.